To be honest, I'd rather just be a little lonelier than deal with all the hassle of dating. I'm really not in a place emotionally and financially where I can deal with sorting through a bunch of misses to find a missus. Nowadays with dating apps, there's always something new and more exciting just around the corner. So many women I've dated have abruptly broken things off because they found something more exciting. Dating is like taking on a part-time job. I don't have the time or the energy. I'm sure all of you can relate to that. Social media, Hollywood, and porn have really altered the expectations of the general public across the board when looking for a mate. It's actually really messed up psychologically when a person thinks about it. Specifically, unrealistic expectations are held by people who conveniently hold themselves to extremely low standards but feel entitled to the best. More specifically, unrealistic expectations are held by people who act like victims when they're confronted with equally high expectations.
Women our age are more likely to be in relationships than men, which makes you think, who is everybody dating at the end of the day? If the women aren't dating the men, then...
What crosses my mind is I think there's perhaps two explanations. One, women in that age group are dating older men, 30 to 40. But I think the bigger thing is that women are maybe think they're in a relationship or are in a relationship and they're sharing higher quality guys. So... And there's this concept called hypergamy. Women are all chasing after the top tier of men. So a lot of women are happier sharing a top tier guy than settling for a guy that's actually on their level.
Is dating today, in your opinion, harder than it's ever been?
I was friends with my boyfriend before we started dating, and I feel like that's a more natural transition than like seeing features on your screen and trying to make a decision based on like a list of things.
People just try and avoid things because I think they're scared to say things straight up.
One red flag and you're kind of like, oh, I could go find somewhere else. You don't need to have one person when you could have like 5.
Honestly, I don't know. I've had really bad luck. So everything. Like, I've been treated like shit.
I think a big part of it is because of social media.
People see a lot, they exposed to a lot. They're always looking for better.
Everyone is always looking for the best thing and they always think something else is around the corner and you almost have too much access to too many people.
Have you ever been sleeping with a guy and then also going out on dates with other people?
Yes.
Okay.
He was a foreign exchange student, so that's why we never like made it official. He was from Norway, and when
She likes the Scandinavia. Keep going, never mind. It's all good. Go ahead. Any other scenarios like that?
The other Norwegian. Kind of at the same time.
So you were seeing them both at the same time?
Yeah.
The two Norwegians.
Yeah, it was kind of like a triangle. Like obviously the other Norwegian was seeing another girl.
So at the same time, you were sleeping with 2 Norwegian guys.
Like it was one
Overlap?
for a while, and then maybe one time it overlapped.
And were you also dating other guys too? Like going out on dates, but you know, maybe they didn't go all the way.
No, but I was talking to my ex-boyfriend who we were trying to work it out.
I mean, dating after you are 40 years old is ghetto. Like, it's so ghetto. Especially if you're like a woman who's independent and about her own. I think the dating pool is way smaller for us. Like, I am so over it. I'm over it. I'm 40 years old and I get it. I don't look like I'm 40. So I attract a lot of young men and like I am very vibrant and I listen to like reggaeton, trap, all that stuff that is like appealing to like the younger kids or whatever. But like even the dudes that are my age, like they're playing games. They're playing games. Like, baby, I don't got time to be texting all day. Like, plan something. Plan something. Like, I don't got that time to be on the phone, texting back and forth, what you doing this, and like, plan something.
Sister, you told 90% of my male viewers the types of guys you date in less than a minute. I mean, how do you get off to try and tell men to do better when you are attracting a particular type?
How dare you?
And don't even get me started with the hijab. Do not even, like, app is deleted. I'm done with it. I gave it a good 3 months, tried it, and it was just like endless texting. Endless texting for nothing. Like, why are you on a dating app if you're not trying to meet people? For what? I feel like in this time, in this generation, men are just emotionally unavailable. They're just not, they don't want to be emotionally available, especially when they meet a woman that is got her own, is successful, pay all her bills, is pretty, is knowledgeable. Like, what the F? What in the actual F? What in the actual F? I am just like over it. I am so done. Like, I don't want to date. Like, I'm done. Like, I hate dating. They want to talk to like multiple people and see which one. Like, no, I am the price. Like, I am the price. You're not going to try to play me around to see which one of these you're talking to is better than me. I'm better. Nah. Anyway, thanks for listening to my rant. I don't know who can relate, but I'm just so done. Like, I'm done. Dating in 2024 is ghetto.
Why are men reluctant to approach women today? It's not a mystery. Let's not fool ourselves. That is possible to attribute to the Me Too movement, feminism, and the never-ending discussion of consent and respectful boundaries. The rules of the dating game have changed, and if you want traditional courtship, good luck. Swapping left has replaced the simple act of saying hello in person, and it's almost fossilized, buried under the debris of dating apps and social media. Up close and personal collaborations? They're probably basically as normal as a unicorn locating. And let's not pretend that traumatic events in relationships like infidelity, abuse, and betrayal are only minor setbacks. These are deep wounds, the kind that make trusting someone for the first time feel like agreeing to fight Tyson again. So, what would be a wise move? Men are staying away, not because they're terrified, but because they're wise. Who in their right mind would want to experience that nightmare of healing once more? Focusing on your prosperity is an easy decision contrasted with bouncing once again into the dating cesspool. And let's not even talk about how difficult it is to date women today. It's like throwing money, time, and effort into a black hole with little to no chance of getting anything back that will be useful. All in all, what's the point? Men are realizing that they have far better things to do unless someone extraordinary comes along. Everything unquestionably revolves around sorting your needs out, and for some, dating simply doesn't get it done any longer.
When you get enough lonely single men in their young ages of like 20 to 30, right, with no family, no kids, nothing to die for, to stand for, you're going to have public tragedies keep happening. Soon they'll start targeting higher ups in government because, once the greed sets in from those at the top and they take more and more and more and you're left with nothing, then you'll really see the, quote, revolt everybody talks about.
So in a few seconds, you realize why a lot of women are single. So when you look at yourself, what would you say you need to improve when you're dealing with the opposite gender?
Nothing. I don't think there's any flaws. I don't really have any flaws. To improve. What I need to improve?
Yes.
Probably his timing.
What? Wait, your timing or his timing?
His timing.
No, it's about you though.
Oh,
you need to
improve?
Yeah, what do you need to improve?
I don't know.
You see how she jumped straight to you?
Hey y'all, it's been a while. I have been out and about and doing my thing. But just checking in, some new things going on. Wanted to see what you guys thought. I have been seeing a younger guy, about 10 years younger than I am. And he does okay for himself. He has a cute little house out in the country. And the truth is, it's not my thing. And he understands that and knows that I have a different background than he does, and I have a different net worth than he does, and I know I'm going to come off like a bitch and sound like, I don't have my head on straight, but it's definitely a lifestyle change, and I'm wondering if anybody's experienced this. I really care about him, and he really cares about me, and we've done a lot of chatting about this, but he's probably not ever going to want to move out of his cute little house out in the country, and I'm probably never going to want to move into his cute little house in the country, just because I'm a Libra. I'm into my surroundings. I need to be like aesthetically happy, and there's a lot of work to be done, and I don't think it's going to get done. So anyway, I know this is like totally superficial and stupid, but this is what's on my mind, and I wanted to get somebody's opinion. I don't need haters telling me I'm a bitch and I need to be, you know, coming down off my high horse. I understand that people come from different backgrounds and do different things, and we all have to kind of make our way and feel right with who we end up with. So just checking. Anybody date younger people who might not be in the same financial spot as you, and your comfort level with that? Maybe guys are more comfortable with it just because it's the traditional role, but and maybe I'm not comfortable with it because it's not the traditional role. I don't know. I'm just asking. It's what's on my mind, and there you go. And did you notice I didn't say hardly at all? So excited.
While online dating may be the preferred method of meeting new people these days, let's be honest. It's more like a circus than a pleasant stroll. Although it is convenient, it is also a minefield. That perpetual smorgasbord of potential matches. Men are left stuck in an endless loop of swipes, too hesitant to commit to anything more than a quick left or right, which is not only liberating but downright paralyzing. Furthermore, we should be genuine. Internet dating is based on unadulterated triviality. Authentic connections? Best of luck with that when everybody's more fixated on idealizing their channels than really getting to know somebody. Then there are the more seasoned ladies appearing with their clothing rundown of requests, like declining to move into a man's home, yet at the same time needing to date him. These so-called preferences for independence and comfort? Please. This is just another way to make things more complicated and cause men to raise their hands in frustration. It's a recipe for show, contrariness, and vast migraines. For folks who need to fabricate something genuine, this garbage simply does not merit the problem. And let's be honest about the women who are blaming men for losing interest and complaining that their dating prospects are plummeting. Here is a difficult rude awakening. This is precisely the exact thing that happens when cultural standards flip on their head, me also dominates, and ladies begin building strongholds like limits around themselves. It shouldn't come as a surprise that modern dating has become such a tangled mess, that finding love feels more like navigating a minefield than anything even remotely enjoyable. The outcome? Heaps of ladies are lounging near, feeling undesirable and disregarded, scratching their heads and asking why their once brilliant possibilities have out of nowhere gone faint. And that concludes today's discussion on MGTOW Voice. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on future videos. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll see you all in the next video.